Have a warm welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Horst Lüning. I'm the senior taster of Whisky.com, and today we have a whiskey of extremes. This is an Edradour whiskey, exclusively bottled for our company, Whisky.com, and it's 9 years old, distilled 2014, bottled 2024, and it has 60.3 ABV. It's un-chill-filtered, uncolored. Have a look at this wonderful dark color. And that comes from first fill sherry casks. And it's priced €76.90 at Whisky.com, depending a little bit on which country you live in, if there is a 1 or 2 or 3 euros extra tax on it. And the Edradour distillery is one of the smallest in Scotland and has very small distilleries, pot stills, which lead to a very intense whiskey, raw brand. And then they use a lot of different casks, but they are very used to using sherry casks. And here they have first fill sherry casks. So no refill, this is a first fill. And because of that, it's necessary to bottle that whiskey earlier. Otherwise, there would have been a lot of dark, oaky influences in that whiskey, which might not suit everybody. So we decided to have a younger one for our own bottling. Yeah, and I think this is a single cask, if I remember right. It always takes a few months during sampling the casks and then deciding which one and in which particular strength and so on. So this is real cask strength, 60.3%, and it's bottled on the 3rd of October 2000. It's distilled on the October 3rd, 2014, and bottled on May 10th, 2024. It's a first fill sherry butt, and the cask number had been 376, and the outturn had been 658 bottles in cask strength. That shows that this is a real huge sherry cask with a lot of content in it. It's 0.7 liters. Yeah, here we go. A little anise seed, eucalyptus, fruity. So 60.3 is not the strength I'm savoring neat. No, not at all, because alcohol in a very high concentration leads to dehydration of your tasting buds, of your tongue, of your tissue in your mouth. And this is bad. This is bad for your health as well as bad for the sensory feeling you have. Not to say that a weaker alcohol would be suitable to your health. No, I don't want to say that. But having such a high ABV is not for me. So I typically stay below 50, and very few whiskies I tasted a little higher, like 53 I think had been the most intensity I had here in front of the camera, and at all. And sometimes that happens due to being in such a flow of telling something about the whiskey that I forget to add water. And then I have it in, yeah. Yeah. The alcohol is really smellable, very intense. And you have this sherry cask, of course, and not much more. It's too strong. Yeah. And to bring it down to 40, I have to add half of the amount of whiskey already in that glass. So have a little less, so that I'm staying somewhere between 45 and 50. And you see those legs on the wall of the glass, and this is due to the higher viscosity. If you have pure alcohol, it's very light and vibrant and low viscosity in your glass. If you have water, it's a little more viscous, but not too much more, so it's still vibrant in your glass. But if you mix it at 43 to 46, there is a peak in viscosity, and this you're seeing running down the walls of the glass, and this is the physical properties of a water-alcohol mixture. Now there's more coming out of the whiskey, because alcohol is a liquid which solutes the different tasting compounds in it. And as soon as you reduce the strength of the alcohol, it can't longer hold any longer those aromas. They have to come out of the liquid. And if you're diluted, then you should smell it immediately. And then you have a much more intense whiskey, because these aromas can't stay any longer in that liquid. So it's a lot more of sherry now, and a little bit more of spiciness, probably from the first fill oak cask. Yeah. Yeah. Cheers. Mm-hmm. This is a vibrant, harmonic, sherry-laden, little spicy, medium spiciness, becoming stronger. Typical Edradour. In the aftertaste, a little bit of aniseed or eucalyptus, wherever that might come from. And starting to become drier in the aftertaste. So this should be an Oloroso sherry cask, because Oloroso sherry has no residual sugar. So this pure fruitiness and no sugar, sweetness in it. Other sherries have residual sugars like Pedro Jimenez. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not to tell a wrong story. No, they don't tell anything about the type of sherry butt they use. No. So I suggest it's an Oloroso sherry cask. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned.